God. Bro, what did Grandpa do to the table? What did Grandpa do? Good morning, Dad. What'd you do to the table, huh? The one downstairs.
Which one?
The one that you broke.
Broke any table?
Welcome back to the channel. If you can't already tell, we like nice things. Today is a very special one because if you see my previous video where I give my dad wheels, we have something. Oh, we have another wheel to give him. How about that? Today's wheel package is from VQ Vortex, and we gave it to my dad for Christmas, and he waited a whole month for it. Check it out. Damn. If you haven't realized, my dad and I are fans of carbon fiber. So I'm going to be installing this for my dad because he is a hardworking man with a full-time job. So am I with a full-time job. I don't know about the hardworking part, but I already started. This is the stock G35 steering wheel. And what's cool about this one is that it'll retain the airbag, it'll retain the two controls for the sides for the radio and cruise. And how to take this off is a big 19, and on the side is, I believe, E30 bolts or E30 bits. So what I'm going to do is just transfer over everything and get it ready to put back in. So we got the wheel all put together. This is what it looks like. But before I install the steering wheel, we're gonna take out and install this gauge cluster because he sent it out to get blue lights in place instead of the original orange. So I'm gonna go get started on that too. Already actually started the process. There was two Phillips bolts right here. I took out the signal cluster switches. They're pretty easy clip-ons, and then one had a plug behind it. And then should be ready to come out after I take off this panel. There's like 4 bolts inside there holding it on, so gotta get that, and then it should come right out. So I went ahead, because the space is a little tight in the G35, I went ahead and put everything back together. This is what it looks like. Check it out. It looks pretty sick. If you've ever had these premium sport or premium pro sport gauges, you'll find out that everything's hooked up. There's a 12V for memory, and it's either two things are gonna happen. It works, and you can get rid of the beeping noise that these things give off, or after a couple hours, it ends up draining your battery. And from what I've looked at, I'm going to open these up and remove the speaker box so we don't have to connect the 12V memory, and there's nothing that needs to be saved on these gauges because it's usually just live data like oil pressure and temperature. So we're going to get rid of that noise on startup and plug these back in so we can run them longer and they won't be annoying. So you have to do to take this to open it up, you got to take these two nuts out. This has a little lip on it. You got to bend it outwards so that you can slide this front face off. So then after you take off that face with the bent lips, just push this outwards and it should come out. And what we're trying to remove is this box, black cylinder, because it makes a lot of noise and it's very annoying. So what I figure we do, just take this, shove it right in. Make sure when you put it back on that this thing isn't twisted in any way, because when this face comes out, this pin comes out and then it's off the button. After that, just bend the lips back on, put these nuts and locking washers on, and you're good. So after taking it apart and putting it back together, there is 2 connections that you got to plug into the back here. And that's because these are all daisy chaining off each other, so you only need to run one power source. And then one of them is daisy chaining it to the other. And then there's a 3rd clip, which unfortunately broke off. So I got to put that back together. And that's from the sensor so that you get your readings. But I'm just going to plug this in and it should work without beeping. So after putting everything together and plugging both of this gauge and this gauge in, because I did that one first just as a test run, shouldn't make any more noise or be annoying. Sweet. So now I'm going to do it on the last gauge and we should be good. Just to really quickly show you guys how loud and annoying the sound is coming from that little cylinder that we took out, I hooked up the 3rd one real quick just to show you guys what it would sound like. Yeah, it's not very fun or easy on the ear, so I'm just gonna take care of that so that way my dad doesn't have to listen to that every time he daily drives his car. So finish that up and should be good to go. He just got home, I did all the install without him.
No? Tama ba yung speedometer ko? Tingnan mo nga. Mas maganda.
Looks better, huh?
Asan na isa? Sa Sony.
Upstairs.